So KYPA provided, for me, it provided a safe space to experiment with music, to experiment with, to be honest, even acting as well, and just express myself in through the arts, primarily through music, where we could go in, we could practice, we could take risks, and we could put our energies into something positive without any sort of fear of any repercussions, any judgment, any criticisms. Essentially, after school, everyone would go, teachers, students, everyone left. There was nothing. So we heard some music playing. We went up and it was Gary playing the congas, and he was also playing the drums. Again, I'd had no real experience with Gary up until that point. I knew who he was, but I'd never had any classes with him. And then from there, you had some music playing as well, and you was playing along to the music. Again, that was the first time I'd ever seen something like that myself. And we was encouraged to join in, to watch, to be a part of things if we wanted to. There wasn't any pressure. Everyone was encouraged, from the people that was there the day before to anyone else, to other teachers. We even had the drumming teacher at one point. Everyone was welcome. It was just a place for people to put their energies into something positive, because at break times, especially in that school, there was a lot of things that could happen because children were bored at the end of the day. So this gave us an opportunity to really focus and get something at the end of it. To put yourself in a position where, yeah, you could be vulnerable, you can make mistakes, but you could learn something and you can enjoy that, and other people can enjoy that, and it created a community spirit, because that music department was packed. Everybody looked forward to going to that spot. At 12 o'clock, that's where you were. You quickly have some lunch and then you come back. You know, you didn't want to miss out. We initially was a choir. We then formed a band. Myself, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I couldn't play the drums, I couldn't play any instruments actually. Stephanie, we was in the same classes. I didn't actually know that she was a singer. I just heard her singing in the practice room. I asked her if she wanted to become a part of something. She instantly said yes. Lawrence I'd met at a house party. Again, I'd never met Lawrence before at all. This was the first meeting. He was playing the drums. I asked if he'd like to join a band and to create some music together. I had an idea of where it might go, just through my experiences of the previous two versions of the band, but I can't speak for them. I don't think they thought they was gonna end up in the music studio at all and record. But that's essentially what happened. We was able to produce something that I was very proud of, and I still am very proud of. I'd highly recommend the service, definitely. Just because of how much it gave to me during that period of my life, really. It started from year 10, so I was 15, you know, and at that time in your life, you're going through so many changes, and you can often find yourself in precarious situations. If you've got nothing, there's no youth centres. There wasn't then, there's even less now. Even the ones that were active at the time, there wasn't anyone really giving any direction or sort of taking the lead of things, because you do need someone to be able to give you a goal, give you an aim, and give you some sort of focus. If you just give kids, even adults to be honest, if you just give them a space and say, go and do what you want, often there's going to be chaos there. So you need to be guided. You need to have boundaries and parameters, but also within that, there's a space for you to express yourself. There's a space for you to do something positive. There's a space for you to better yourself. There's a space for you to become disciplined in something. And it's amazing, especially people that are involved in arts. And this doesn't have to be exclusive to the arts, because I know that doesn't always resonate with everyone. This was just a space for you to come and either be a part of it actively or passively. There was a kid that used to come and just draw manga, listen to us and while we was playing, and he just used to do his manga stuff. So there was all different art forms going on in the one place. So it was exclusive. It wasn't exclusive to just a certain set of people. Anybody could come. Doesn't matter your race or creed, religion. It didn't matter. That didn't exist there. It was just about you coming and enjoying yourself and being safe in that environment. It's something that a lot of young people could really benefit from today as well, just through growing up a bit. You know, I learned a lot in terms of growing up, in terms of communicating, in terms of expressing myself, in terms of, you know, taking the leap. And I met so many people that I otherwise would never ever have met in my life. So absolutely, it gives you a drive, it gives you discipline, and it's one of the best teachers I've ever had, to be honest. To the point where then I went on to university. There's so much that I'd learned from those experiences that when I went there, it was actually very easy for me to throw myself into that situation. It's the first time I'd been away from home. I didn't know anybody there, and through this experience I was able to just dive in head first and not have an issue with it. So definitely. I was able to develop my musicality just through being able to practice, have a space to practice, have a space to develop. With me specifically on the drums, I was exposed to different types of music, different styles, different types of drumming, because I always liked like people like Nirvana, grunge and stuff like that. But then I was exposed to jazz and different styles and different tempos, and actually playing to a metronome. I didn't even know what that was before I even, you know, joined this this project, and playing to a metronome, playing to times, keeping the count. I feel really proud, actually. Looking back now, I think it's fantastic what we was able to do. You know, the first one, a lot of us couldn't play instruments. The second one, some of us got better, but it was a different lineup, a different sound. And then the final version, this one, which I'm most proud of, actually, we had a lot of the members were very good. They could all play really well. A lot of the songs were great songs. We spent a lot of time on them, actually, as opposed to them being ideas, which they kind of were in the first two versions of the albums. If you listen to some of the songs, they're ideas, they're not actual songs. So no, I'm really happy with it. I'm really proud of all of it, to be honest with you. And I hope that, you know, it had inspired some of the younger kids at the time, and I hope it inspires kids now to be like, you can do something like this, even with minimal experience. If you really are determined and you want to do something, then you can do it. You don't have to be the finished article. That's not the point of this. The point is to develop yourself. The whole project from beginning to end has helped me now, because it's given me confidence, it's given me discipline, it's given me something that I can actually share with other people. I can say to other people of my age or younger, I did this when I was this age, up until this age. I went through this, and this. This is what I've got to show for it. This is what I spent my youth doing, to be honest with you, up until becoming an actual adult and then going on to university. This is what I did. And all of that helped me through those various stages in my life. That helped me through university, in terms of not being afraid about being in a situation where I didn't really know anything, not being afraid to ask for help, not being afraid to make friends with people that I otherwise would never have been friends with, because I wouldn't have put myself in situations where I would have met these people. It helped me with things like boxing. That was really difficult at times, getting up and having to go there. It was similar to having to get up on your weekends and go and practice, or practicing throughout the 6 week holidays, having a terrible session but still turning up and practicing and getting through it, and reaping the rewards of it as well. It's just given me so much more than I could have ever expected from it, to be honest with you. If you would have asked me this question when I was 18, I probably wouldn't have been able to, I would have said, yeah, it's giving me an album, great, well done. But it's actually given me so much more.